started reading the Prepared book. Preparedy pants. Mary was also standing by, waiting to call 911 if I fell off the ladder or severed an artery with the chainsaw. I'm drinking a hot drink and wearing long sleeves, even though it's very hot outside. Because I'm sick. Hot toddy. Yay. I just finished reading Mike Glover's Prepared book, and it's not a prep book that teaches you how to survive in the wilderness, like make a shelter and forage for food or any of that. It's more in tune to the urban environment and how you can be more prepared at home or, out and about, not necessarily in the wilderness, just around your home. He teaches a lot of classes too. One of the things he likes to tell all of his guys in his operator course that he's teaching how to shoot is that you're more likely to have a house fire than you are to be attacked in the streets. And so it's probably more beneficial to you to have a fire escape plan in place that everyone in your house knows how to execute than it is to shoot a gun. He made that point very clear. We almost had a little bit of a house fire ourselves because Dum Dum Eric felt like he was gonna be Tim the Toolman Taylor and replace the hose that was calcified onto our spigot back here. And so I YouTubed a quick video. The guy had like a little saw and he basically just sawed the part that twisted onto the spigot a little bit and then just kind of broke it off. And I was like, I could do that, but I don't have a regular saw. I had something better. I had a sawzall. I grabbed the sawzall, I put it on the spigot, and I started going at it. And then the pipe cracked and water started spraying everywhere behind the stucco. I run around the house, I run past Mary, yelling, I did it bad, I did it bad. And so I go to the main water shutoff and turn the water off. Come back, look at the damage, and yep, sure as shit, I broke the pipe. And I was like, God damn it. It was Sunday morning, which means a $250 emergency fee just for the guy to show up. So I called this company called Belsito, and they sent a tech out named Choya. He was hilarious. He showed up and I was shirtless because I always am. And he was like, do you work out a lot or is that like genetics? You're kind of a buff little dude. And I was like, thanks. Turns out he has terminal cancer, which is awful. But he was like super hilarious and very kind and like just an all-around great guy. Anyway, he saws off the piece of the pipe that I broke and now he needed to sweat on, I think it's called sweat, another copper pipe extension. As soon as I saw him grab the torch, I was like, I should go get my fire extinguisher. And then I was like, you know what? He knows what he's doing. I'm not gonna grab the fire extinguisher. So he starts sweating on the pipe. He had this little pad called like a insurance pad, and it was just like a little fire retardant little thing that he put underneath. And he was, sweating on the little, it kind of looked like soldering material. I don't know the terms, obviously. But he got the pipe on there, it was all good, and then he had to run out and grab more supplies. When he came back, he turned the water on and I noticed there was a tiny bit of a leak and I was like, hey, we got a little bit of a leak here. Can you solder it on a little bit better? And he was like, yeah, no problem. So he puts the insurance pad under and starts lighting up the torch again and poof, flames. And I was like, oh shit. And so he frantically starts blowing on it, which made it worse. And in that split second, I thought I should have grabbed the fucking fire extinguisher. I can't ask Mary to grab water because the water shut off. And finally, I'd just given him a full water bottle because it was like 104 degrees that day. So I ran around the table, grabbed his water bottle, opened it, and just like dumped it in there. And that got the fire out. And then Mary opens the door, she's like, everything okay? It smells like smoke out or in here. And didn't the alarm go off like 30 seconds after that?
Yeah, our fire alarm went off.
It does a monthly check, and it just so happened that it did the monthly check that day, 30 seconds after the insulation caught on fire. So it was...
It was the one like in that...
Okay, so it was pretty chaotic for a little bit. But that just goes to show that you need to be prepared. I should have brought the fire extinguisher out. Bonus, I didn't even have a fire extinguisher. I was thinking of my old house back in Georgia, where I had a fire extinguisher in the kitchen and the laundry room. We didn't bring those with us to Arizona 3 years ago. Bought some more, and I have to install these now. But that's the point he's trying to make in his book, is just being prepared for anything. I was out chopping palms off our trees because they were getting a little out of hand, and I made sure I had my med kit out there just in case the saw slipped and I nicked an artery or something. You just never know. Mostly about self-sufficiency. Not having to depend on people makes your life much easier, because that hose that I tried to remove and ended up cracking the pipe was a $1,000 mistake. And all I had to do, go to the hardware store and spend $5 or $6 on a bottle of liquid wrench, which would have removed all the calcium, and then I could have just twisted off the hose just fine. But my dumbass YouTubed a video of a guy sawing it. I tried sawing it, and then I caused even more damage. Knowing how to fix things yourself and how to get by without help is very beneficial to everyone. Like, do you know how to change your own tire? Do you know where your water shutoff valve is for your house? If for some reason somebody breaks into your house, do you have a means of defending your home until the police arrive? Because he says in the book, when seconds count, the police are minutes away. In the self-defense side of things, to kind of broaden my horizons a little bit, I signed up for 2 months of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is where I got sick. I went to like 4 classes, and I'm learning a lot. I think a lot of guys have this preconceived notion that if shit really went down, like if I had to go fight a bunch of people, I could do it. I just see red, bro, and I'll kill everybody. I don't care. Yeah, it's not a movie. Like, it doesn't happen like that. When I entered my first grappling tournament, I got choked out like that. In the movies, when somebody's just like the good guy's just about to be defeated, he has like that little bit of recognition, like just before he like goes unconscious or gets shot or whatever, where he has one last ditch effort to save the day, and then he does, because it's a movie. That doesn't happen. You get choked out, and then the next thing you know, you wake up to the guy holding your feet up so the blood rushes back into your head. That's what happens in real life. I went into the jiu-jitsu class knowing full well that I was gonna get my ass handed to me left and right by everybody. And I have been for the last, couple of days. But now I'm sick, so I'm gonna have to lay off that for a little while. My body has been sore. I've been just feeling tired, run down. And then I woke up this morning and my throat was killing me. Definitely sick, which is very strange. I never get sick in the summertime, but shit happens. Just gotta have hot toddies to get through it. And yeah, that's all. That's all for this week, I guess. Do you have anything to add?
Hello. Have a good week.
Have a good week. Oh, this mic is all sweaty because it was in the inside of my shirt. Gross.
It is like 113 dumb degrees out here.
Oh yeah, shower me with love.
I'm out.
That's what we call one white night shower, brah.
There's your butt.
Look at that girl.
The pantry's open and there are 2 fat cats in there. And also, don't be a dick. Yeah, also don't be a dick.